Hello everyone and welcome back to Sketch by Sketch. Today I'm going to be painting on a jean jacket. This is a project that I've wanted to start for a long while now, but I finally just decided to do it and I'm super excited. So I have my acrylic paint and I went ahead and taped off the area I'm going to paint on, so let's get right into it. So like I said, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this, so it was a bit of a learning experience, but I would like to share with you my tips for how I did this. Alright, so I taped off this section of which I'm going to be painting on here. And if you're wondering, I'm just using acrylic paint. And I do not know what happened. I feel like I say this in every video, but I think I forgot to press record right here. So all I did was I took my paint and mixed this tan color. I mixed it with a good bit of water and I painted about 2 layers until it was opaque. My first tip for painting on jean material is to do the paint in thin layers. Even if you have to let it dry, go back and add more paint, I think it's best to work in thin layers just to prevent the paint from cracking when you actually wear the jeans, and it just kind of helps the whole overall look. If you're wondering the theme I'm going for here, I'm kind of just doing panels today. As you can see, I've sectioned this off and I'm going to do a few more sections like this. And I'm kind of going for just like an 80s animal print, really cool jacket here. So if you've seen any of my videos, I like the 80s, I love the 80s. So I'm definitely going for that kind of a retro vibe with this jacket. So I think it's really fun. And I had to learn how to draw these animal prints. As you see, I'll do a few more later. I definitely love animal print. I've drawn it before, but I never really painted it like this, so it was definitely a little bit of a learning experience there. And like I said, I am using acrylic paint. You can use fabric paint, but I did a little bit of research and it looks like fabric paint is completely normal and is used on painting on fabric as well, so it's not like I was just making something work here. It's totally alright to use acrylic on fabric, so as long as you treat it well, and I'll get to that a little bit later. So that's what I'm using, but like I said, remember to water it down and it should be okay. Pattern was looking a little bit dull, so I just decided to add a little bit of a lighter tan to really make that leopard print really pop and look really cool. Got some requests lately to do some different art mediums, like different paintings or pencils. I think that's such a really fun idea. I really want to do that. I typically grab markers anytime that I just want to record a video, and this feels like really busy lately. So pretty much when I've recorded, it's just been, okay, I'm going to grab some markers, I'm going to do a sketch with me, and I'm going to record this video in 20 minutes. And I know that's not really the right way to run this channel, I guess. It's not really the way I like to. But I definitely have been a little bit busier lately, so I definitely want to still give you guys videos. I don't want to just go like a month without posting, but hopefully for too long I'll have some time to record some more detailed videos, maybe some challenges and things like that. Alright, now I've just went ahead and painted 2 more panels of just the base color. Again, just painted it thin until I built up the color. I decided to go with pink and white this time, and now I've got a few different colors here, and I'm just going to be coloring in colorful stars. And like I said before, the paint kind of takes a little bit to build up, so I had to do multiple layers here. This was the most probably time-consuming pattern, even though it seems probably simple. The stars probably took the most time. If you're wondering what kind of acrylic paint I use, I literally just use the acrylic paint from like Walmart or even the dollar store. It's like $1 per container of it. It's a great deal. I've had my paints for a really long time, and I bought a giant container of white because white I feel like you use so much and I just ran out of it. But I haven't even had to replace much paint, so these containers really last a long time. And they're so cheap. I do not understand, I guess unless you're like a professional painter, I don't understand going to Hobby Lobby and buying these really small tubes of paint for like $5 every color. But I guess if you have a specific need for that, that works. But I definitely recommend just getting the really cheap ones at Walmart. While I'm recording this, I'm kind of realizing that this clip of me painting these stars is a bit long, so I'm going to go ahead and cut. The only thing I'm doing is just continuing to layer over top with more paint so they look opaque. So I'm going to go ahead and cut to the next clip, and I'll see you there. Alright, this next panel was definitely a little bit of a risk, almost, I guess, not really a risk, but it was kind of scary. So I didn't know what these Posca pins were going to do, but I did know that this pattern, I wanted to do these kind of lightning bolts type of thing, and I wanted them to be black, so I kind of thought, well, if I could just draw them with a marker, that might be easier than painting a bunch of them. It was a little bit difficult. They ended up looking fine in the end. I fixed them a little bit, you'll see in a minute. This was definitely a hard pattern to draw, and it looks so simple, but it definitely wasn't. It was a little bit difficult to get this pattern in there. So I know that you can tell what it is in the end, that it's lightning bolts, but right now it's looking a little sketchy. So it was a little bit of a learning experience there. It doesn't look bad at all. Just had to kind of figure it out. But as far as using the Posca pins on the jean, I don't recommend it. It kind of shredded the tip of my pen. And Posca pins are cheap, so I don't recommend just kind of ruining the tips of them like this. They may be replaceable, but I'm just not sure, so I really wouldn't probably use them again if I did a project like this. Alright, now I'm going to be doing my next panel here. I decided to go with bright green. I love bright green, like good neon green. Had to get that in there. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in this last, well, it's not the last panel, second to last panel with this green color. And you can kind of see how splotchy it is at first, and that I'm using a good bit of water to kind of fill that in. Hopefully you can see that. I know it's kind of a weird angle. I'm sorry, just addressing this now. The jacket was too big to fit in the frame, so I kind of just played around with the camera in multiple angles, and this was the only angle that I got that really kind of got everything almost. So sorry about the bad angle. Lighting might be a little messed up because where the camera is, my lights aren't on it right, but I'm working on getting a little bit of a different setup. I feel like it's time for an update for Sketch by Sketch, but we'll see what happens. So continuing to just paint this jacket at the moment. Alright, I went in with another layer of green just to get that really opaque, and then I've also taped this off just to not mess anything up with the other panel. Going in with some white, and I'm doing some zebra stripes. You knew it! We weren't getting away with doing a jacket like this without putting in the zebra print. It's literally my favorite thing in the world, and I am so excited to put this green and white zebra print on this jacket. not really doing a pattern or anything here. I'm just kind of throwing it on there. I wear a lot of zebra print, but I rarely draw it. So definitely a little bit of a learning experience. I've said that a million times in this video, but this video seriously was just, I've learned so much just through this project. So each aspect of this, it was like I was doing something new, which was really fun. And if you wonder what I'm doing, kind of pressing the fabric down, when you add so much water, it does tend to kind of buckle up the jean. Now, don't worry, it's okay. We will fix it later, but it does do that side to kind of press it down to get the pattern to kind of not ruffle, if you know what I mean. So going to a time lapse a little bit more now because this took so long. If you're wondering, I know this video is like fairly short, but this took hours and days to finish this jacket. It was such a process, but it was really fun. Alright, so I'm going to now do kind of like a cheetah print here. I feel like, and now I know I should know this because I love animal print, but I really think that the leopard print is the brown one and the cheetah print is the one I'm doing down here. Maybe it's not, I don't really know the difference, but if you know, leave it in the comments. Alright guys, now for the most satisfying part, we're going to take this tape off. Now I'm going to let you know right now, I didn't record this, but I did heat set this by using an iron on its highest setting. And I ironed the back of this, the back of the jacket, not directly on the paint, the back of the painted area. And I did 5 rounds of 1 minute of just straight ironing. So that's going to really get rid of that kind of stiffness, and it's going to keep it from cracking. Here it is, guys, the finished product. I'm so excited to wear this. It's so cute. I went ahead and signed it and added some stars. So there's me kind of wearing it, just a little clip there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see me do something like this again, let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!